everybody, I'm back, and this time I wanted to take a look at Solasta. Again, I looked at this once before when it first came out in Early Access, but it's received several updates since, including most recently, earlier this week, a spring update, a very big update that added lots of new stuff and changed a few things and tweaked a few things and added difficulty options and quite a few updates to the game systems. So I wanted to look at it because I played it a little bit when it first came out off camera, and I really like what this game does. It's a very cool pen and paper feel. I think that what we want to do is this is right after the tutorial, which is where I stopped recording last time. So I haven't shown anything on my channel past this yet, and there's several really neat concepts and mechanics this game does that I want to show off. Now, where's this game at in terms of early access? It sounds like they're working on the 1.0 final release now. That's after this big patch drop. That's their next project. So we're hoping to see this soon go live. We're looking at about 40-hour game, and I don't know if the level cap is still 10 for the whole experience. 10's a very high level in Dungeons & Dragons terms. The early access lets you hit level 8, although that might just be for early access, but just to show off what you can see in some of the high level stuff. So without further ado, let's just get into it. I'm heading towards a outpost. That's the first major quest you get after the tutorial. So let me show that off. Alright, so we go into the overworld map, which is neat and has been revamped actually for this new version. So in the overworld map, we are going to travel. I'll just explain it. Okay, so you can choose your destination. In this case, we're going to go to this Kerlem outpost fortress, and when you travel there, you can choose your pace, normal or fast or slow, and there's advantages or disadvantages. If you go fast, you're going to miss things along the way, but you'll only have to take like one rest, which every time you take a rest, every time you pull up a camp, there's always a risk of getting ambushed or something bad happening. We're going to go the normal pace, and we're going to start traveling 60 miles. And along the way, you're going to have opportunities. You're going to be able to craft, rest, prepare spells, level up, things like that. They have some very nice tutorial tips here that are very worth reading if you are playing the game. So here we set up camp for the first time. We'll have 2 rests along the way. We are ambushed by bandits. Now this is always going to happen here. It's just kind of an explanation of how surprise rounds work. But it's an example also of how traveling can be dangerous. And it's one of the things I think this game does well, is the travel system. I really like that a lot. I think that's a really cool idea. Alright, so we're going to all roll initiative, because this game is amazing and it does a really good job of recreating that pen and paper combat feel. Unfortunately, because we're surprised, we don't get to react in this first round. So they get to move. Now, I think in a surprise round, enemies only get one action, not a move in an action, like normal. So they aren't going to really be able to hurt us. We just can't react yet. And unfortunately, a couple of them rolled very high on there. That's us losing our surprise status. A couple of them rolled higher in initiative than us. You'll see them. They're up here. They're going to act first, so that's going to be rough. And then our priest, our cleric, dwarven cleric of law, will go last, and he is surprised. So this guy is going to get hit. Oh, miss. Good. They attacked my, what is this guy? That's my wizard. Okay, so here's my greatsword fighter. And now, here's something that they mention also in the tutorial I skipped through. This is a camping situation, so we're going to get our long rest, which is going to replenish all of our resources, spells, abilities, all that stuff. It's going to get replenished, so there's no reason not to use that stuff. So I could attack this guy here, and I could move over here, and I could action surge, which is something you can normally do once per rest, and attack again. So let's try that. So we're going to swing at this guy with my big old great sword. Smack him dead. That was a good hit. We're going to move. And we're going to action surge, which is a feature of fighters. And we're going to smack this guy. But 11 does miss, which is unfortunate. Okay, so that's that. This is my ranger. This is the problem with rangers. I do have 2 short swords, so I'll switch over to short swords and attack. Oops, that's a good hit. And I think I get another attack because my very nice.
No quarter given.
Not too shabby at all. If I move away, they'll both get a swing at me, so I'm just going to stand there. So we do have a spellcaster here. By the way, how the UI works, I really like the way this game presents information. For example, if you hold down Alt over a character, you get like stats. We haven't really encountered these guys, so I don't have any numbers on them yet, but I will over time. Any of these are main actions, and I believe it works just like in many other games like this. You get a main action, you get a move action, and you get a bonus action. I could move, I can still do a main action, I can still do a bonus action as well. My main action spells are where most of my spells are. Things like Magic Missile, which we're going to pop, let's see here, 2 will kill this guy for sure, and then this will hurt this guy. There we go.
Another one bites
Nice.
the dust.
And let's move to cover. Oh, okay, that was okay. Nope. I walked right past that guy and he swung at me. That was dumb. Okay. Ooh, he did hit my fighter. That's okay, he's got a lot of hit points. You level up to level 2 right after the tutorial. That's a big level for characters, for D&D characters. So I think I'm going to actually cast... Sacred Flame does 1d8 radiant damage, but if he makes a saving throw, he will negate the damage. It's a dexterity save. I could swing. Note that I have a hammer and nothing in my offhand, and that's because some of these spells, most of my spells, under components, it says V and S. That means verbal and somatic. So in order to cast Sacred Flame, I have to be able to speak, and I have to have a hand free to make the gesture. A lot of times in Dungeons & Dragons campaigns, that's sort of the requirement to have a hand free is sort of hand waved away by the DM. But this game is enforcing it. So I have a hotkey here to swap over to having a shield. But if I have my shield in my offhand, I can't cast spells. Not without special feats or abilities that I don't currently possess. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to inflict wounds. Actually, I need to get closer. I want to cast Inflict Wounds. Inflict Wounds is a really powerful spell. It does 3d10 necrotic damage. If I can touch him. Let's try. Yeah. I rolled pretty low and he survived, but that was pretty cool. I love the way the spells look in this game. Alright, let's get this guy dead. Very nice. You don't have cleave, so I can't attack again. Dual wielding scimitar guy. Alright. Alright, that works pretty good. My ranger actually has a couple of cool spells, but nothing that's going to help me out.
Go on!
His strength isn't super high either, so... let's just cast... let's firebolt this guy. Shouldn't be too hard to hit him. No. Well, unless you roll 5. Okay. Well, what are you going to do? I didn't want to give this guy another chance to hit me, but I guess I can heal my guy. Wow. He's at 1 hit point left. Let's cast... Actually, what's cool, I can bonus cast Healing Word and still have a spell available to me. So let's bonus cast Healing Word. It doesn't heal as much as Cure Light Wounds, but it's a bonus action. So I can still move, I believe, and I can still cast Sacred Flame. Just because it looks cool. I could swing my Warhammer, but we're gonna get our spells back. So let's. I made a save. I probably should have attacked with my hammer. That's okay. Fighter, I'll kill him.
Nice.
All right. So that is, a look at surprise combat and combat in general. I really like the combat in this game. I think it really captures things well. We're gonna just collect stuff that is not gonna weigh us down, like gold and rations. A scroll of hypnotic pattern. Is this a wizard spell? When you use a scroll, you cast the spell Hypnotic Pattern. Okay. Oh, wow, it's worth 800 gold. I did pick up a couple of neat, like a scroll kit to be able to craft scrolls and things like that, but I honestly don't think I have like the recipe to do any of that stuff yet. So you can craft in this game. You can make potions, you can make scrolls. There's quite a few things you can do crafting wise, which I think is going to be really exciting. But you know, I'm just level 2, very early in the game, and I've never seen much of this game, even though I've had it for a while. I only played a level like maybe character level 3, I think, for like about 2.5 or so hours of gameplay. So I don't know much about some of these things coming up, but I'm excited to dig into it. I may actually play quite a bit of it this time, because I like the game enough that I don't think I'm going to mind starting over again when the game goes live. Actually, I don't know if I'll have to start over again when the game goes live, because I don't think they're going to do any more save wipes. We did a save wipe this time, so my saves from the last time I recorded are invalid. But this save I'm doing right now might carry over to the full version. I could just jump right in with these characters. I don't know if I would do that, but I believe I could. Okay, so we've arrived now at the fortress, and we're going to explore it.
So that's KLM.
These are my custom-made characters.
Just up the hill.
And they do these really nice
Eyes
little
up and hands on hilts,
cutscenes.
people.
The models don't look amazing, but I think they look charming. They look
fine. I'm just saying, be ready for anything.
And I like that the dialogue that these characters have is based on their. I wonder if I can show that off. Let's see. It's based on their personality traits and backgrounds that you've selected at character creation and their alignment. So I thought that was a really cool touch, and I like that about these characters. They're handmade characters that are going to have a little bit of personality. Just by virtue of how you built them. Okay, so let's keep going. I believe we have a big fight coming up here. Just to show, I'd like to show one more big fight.
Oh, what's that smell?
We got a warning there. And here come goblins. Our knowledge has increased on goblins. And here's the explanation of cover. You get a little bit of a well, I call it a bonus to your armor class. The game calls it a penalty to their attack, which is the same thing when you're in behind cover. So, and then they talk about utility slots, which is always nice to have a potion in like your utility slot or a scroll, you know, something like that. Okay, so looks like 3 of my guys get to go first. So we have a goblin up here and up here. But they're very far away. These are all ranged goblins. They're all skirmisher goblins. It looks like from their portrait they have different attire, different setup. They might be ranged, but he's wielding a sword. Okay, so this is my ranger. Let's get her bow back out, first of all. And what's the range in a bow? Oh, I can hit this guy. I don't need to stand out in the open first. Let's get a little closer. I wish I could get that close. Oh, this is good cover. Really good cover. She's going to be really hard for these guys to hit from there. And I can attack this guy from here. That's going to be a good hit. Oh, killed him. That was a great shot. I had rolled up a ranger, a fighter with a great weapon specialization, a cleric of law, and a wizard. My ranger is bow focused, range focused. Okay. And here comes my fighter. Let's just get him close to the action there. And then what we'll do is we will ready an action for melee attack. So if something comes in the melee range of me, I get to swing at it before it does anything. And we're going to put... I don't want to put him there. We're going to get him out of there. I want to put the wizard there. What I'm going to do with him is I'm going to cast... I believe I have the spell Bless. Bless is a really nice spell. It lasts for a whole minute. And it's going to give us a plus 1 die 4 to our attack rolls and saving throws. So we're going to cast this on the fighter and the ranger and myself. I love that. This game does animations really well. I like it. It feels good. Alright, then we're going to have some goblins coming out after us. Oh, it's too bad he couldn't make it to us. I could have gotten a free swing on him. I love how the game uses height and terrain. Ooh, rated action. Yes.
Go to hell.
That's awesome. God, that was cool. Okay, so do I want to be out in the middle of nothing? I get cover behind my fighter. That's kind of cool. Alright, so we've got this guy here, and we can't quite see these guys. If I cast, I hate to burn against just goblins. I hate to burn like a real spell. Let's just try and get their dexterity is probably pretty high. Oh, I'm thinking of Sacred Flame. That's just my attack roll. I got him for 1 point of fire damage. I rolled a die 10 and I got a 1. That's a bummer. I don't have any bonus spells worth casting in combat, so.
Oh,
Ooh,
deal with
that was
it.
a good shot. Right in my wizard's face. Don't like to see that. Okay. By the way, I'm playing an authentic difficulty. I guess I should show off a couple of the settings. The graphics and audio settings here. The game has quite a few things you can do. You can turn on a few different gameplay changes, including, actually, I don't know where that's at. Here we go, spellcasting. If I were to enable the custom difficulty, I'm playing right now in Scavenger Mode, which is actually a little harder than authentic mode. It sounds like enemies have a few more tactical options in Scavenger Mode, and I like that. I like the idea that they might use their abilities more often or have potions or items they can use. That'll make the combat a little more interesting. But you can customize the difficulty whenever you want. You can reduce or enhance, I guess, your damage taken. You can disable critical hits from the enemy. All kinds of stuff. You can even turn off like concentration. Like the bless spell I cast, it requires concentration. If my cleric takes damage, for example, he has to make a concentration check, and if he fails that check, we lose the bless spell before the 1 minute duration is up. You can disable components, so you don't have to have a free hand. But I'm trying to play to the rules as written, at least for now. I do love that they really dig into this and let people customize their experience. If they don't want all the extra hassle or challenge, just want to enjoy the combat and the story, then that's right here. There is change. You can also optionally have some dice. Like, for example, my enemies use these dice here. That's also the dice that necrotic damage uses. You'll notice when I roll my touch cause light wound spell. And then there's customizable keyboards. So anyway, there's quite a lot of options. They do a great job with that stuff. All right, let's have my ranger try and take this guy out. That was a good hit.
Die like the
Probably
rest.
should have shot at this guy. Harder for else to get to him, but what are you gonna do? What spell can I cast? Oh yeah, Hunter's Mark. That's a neat spell. It's a bonus spell, and it lets me do 1d6 extra damage when I hit that target. But we'll save that for bigger targets than goblins. Okay, so we're gonna go here, and we're gonna try and get this guy. It was a miss.
I won't miss
It was a
next
big old
time.
miss. I got action surge, but yeah, I don't know. I'll get action surge back when I do a short rest. Let's try it. There we go. Nice. Action surge returns. We're going to get a tutorial about how to do a short rest afterward. Short rests are not quite as potent as a long rest. You get just a few things back, but obviously it's pretty nice. Alright, so let's see if I can cast another spell. No one's really hurt. We're already blessed. Concentrating to maintain the spell blessed. They have little tool tips up here to show you what's going on. That's very cool. Let's try and Sacred Flame this guy. I'm sure his dexterity is high enough. He'll make this dexterity super good. Oh, no, he didn't. He actually failed it. That's cool. Very cool. I do have a really cool ability. I should just show that off. My Cleric of Law has a really cool ability that I can spend a divinity point to force my target of my next spell to roll their saving throws at disadvantage, so to roll 2 dice and pick the lowest of the results, which I thought was a really cool power, really cool idea. I'm going to go ahead and cast Magic Missile to kill this guy, and I bet one will do it. Come on. Yes!
You never stood a chance.
Oh, look at that. Because the short rest will let me use Arcane Recovery and get my first level spell back. So let's do a short rest. get everybody together.
Goblins come from?
And we're going to click on the short rest button. And we're going to take the short rest. This gives you a little, like, you can actually spend hit dice to heal a little bit. We each have 2 hit dice because we're level 2. My fighter will gain his action surge back. And after the rest is complete, my wizard can optionally use Arcane Recovery, which of course I will do, because that's a very cool ability. So I'm not going to have her use any of her dice to heal, because I can heal with spells. I will use Arcane Recovery to regain that spell I cast, though. So that's how that works. So that's how that works. Like I said, there's a lot about this UI I think is really clever. I like a lot. Now I'm not looting everything, again, because of weight and encumbrance being an actual concern. However, there is a really cool feature that this game has called the Scavenger. What is they called? Like a club or a faction. Early in the game, you're introduced to them, and oh, my ranger found tracks. That's really neat. Oh, we can go down that way too. What's down here? I'm gonna quick save. Oh, can't save now. What I was trying to say was that there's this faction called the Scavengers. Then when you clear an area out and go back and report to them, they will abstractly collect all the stuff you left on the ground, and then you'll get like you'll get money for all that stuff. So you don't have to like collect every sword and piece of armor. It's a really nice idea. So there's tracks leading off here, and my ranger noticed them. Layer of Filth, a new quest was started. Oh, well that's awesome. I don't know how we're supposed to get over here.
Dive in the dirt now.
Oh. They're climbing, under, crawling.
Damn, it stinks.
It does stink.
We should
Okay.
be cautious from now on.
We don't have any light. Now, he's encumbered. Why are you encumbered? It's because of this shield. We don't care about that. You're not going to use a shield. What is this? I don't know if we'll just close it. Okay. Close that. Alright. Is he still encumbered? No, he's good. Alright, so let's have my wizard cast, where's my wizard? I'll have my wizard cast a cantrip of light. And we'll enchant her staff. There we go. Now we got some light. Okay, very cool. Alright, I'm going to quick save it here. By the way, spellcasters also have ritual spells. I could ritually cast Comprehend Languages. It'll take 10 minutes, but now she is going to be able to comprehend languages for the next hour, which I think is a very cool idea. I love ritual spells. You don't have to prepare them, you know, because you only have so many slots for preparing spells. So things like comprehend languages or detect or identify, you can do those sort of things with a ritual spell, which is very cool. Okay, well I'm gonna keep pushing in here. Actually, I guess we'll just see what happens. And I guess I better put a break in here. I don't want to go crazy showing off the whole game. I want people to look into buying it themselves. If you like this video, the game's on sale for $27 right now. I think that's a steal. This game is going to be really good for years to come, especially since I think, based on how when you start a new game you can pick your campaign, the developers could go crazy with creating new campaigns, adding new character classes, adding all kinds of cool stuff over the years. They're doing a really good job, and I want to support them as well as I can. So, go buy the game. It'll go up to $40 when the game comes out in 1.0. So pick it up now while you can. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this look at Solasta. And if you did, and you do want to see more of this content, I'm happy to record something maybe a little later when my guys are a little higher level. Maybe I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna try and play a little more. But in the meantime, I'm going to let you go, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.